Welcome back to another episode of Flavors and Knowledge, the podcast where we dive deep into the art of cooking, the science behind ingredients, and the rich stories that make food so much more than just a meal. I'm your host, Lily Parker, speaking from Chef Walter's Cooking School in Rhode Island, USA, bringing you narrated, factual culinary education with honest food talk and a few opinions along the way. So let's explore the diverse world of flavors together. This episode is titled, The Secret and the Saffron, a history of the Druze people and its cuisine. Please forgive me if some of my Arabic pronunciation may not be as intended, but Arabic is not my primary language. The Druze are a unique and often misunderstood community in the Middle East. Their history is more than just religious debates and politics. It is a living story shaped by family, faith, and food. To understand the Druze, you have to imagine traveling from the secret meetings of 11th century Cairo to the bright kitchens of the Galilean and Lebanese mountains, where the smell of spices tells a story of survival and identity. The Druze faith began during a time of great spiritual and political change. In the early 11th century, Cairo was the center of the Fatimid Caliphate, which supported Isma'ili Shi'ism. In 1017, a Persian mystic and scholar named Hamza ibn Ali ibn Ahmad started teaching a new belief. He said that the divine intellect had appeared in human form as the Fatimid Caliph, al-Hakim bi-Amr Allah. This belief led to a dramatic conflict. Caliph al-Hakim was a mysterious and controversial leader, and the idea of his divinity became central to the new faith. Another preacher, Muhammad bin Ismail al-Darazi, also supported the movement, but Hamza thought his ideas were too extreme. Al-Darazi called himself the Sword of the Faith and taught an incarnationist view that Hamza strongly opposed. In 1018, al-Darazi was killed, and his name became linked to the community as a heretic. Strangely, outsiders began calling the group Druze after him, even though they have always called themselves al-Muwaydun, or the Unitarians. The new faith quickly faced strong opposition from religious leaders in Cairo. Riots started, and the movement was forced underground. Things got worse when Caliph al-Hakim disappeared during a night ride in 1021 and was thought to be assassinated. His successor, al-Zahir, began harshly persecuting the Druze. Hamza went into hiding, and leadership passed to al-Muqtana bi Makron letter to be al-Din. To escape danger in Egypt, Druze missionaries fled to the remote mountains of Syria and Lebanon, where they built the communities that still exist today. In 1043, al-Muqtana decided that no new converts would be allowed, so from then on, only those born into the faith could be Druze. The Druze faith is private and closed to outsiders. Their holy texts, called the Rasil al-Hikmah, Epistles of Wisdom, are fully known only to a spiritual group called the Uqal, or the Wise. Most Druze, known as the Juhul, live regular lives centered on family and community, while still respecting the main beliefs of their faith. Druze beliefs come from many sources. Their faith started with Isma'ili Shi'ism, but was also influenced by Greek philosophy, especially Neoplatonism and Pythagoreanism, and by Gnosticism. This mix has created beliefs that make them different from their neighbors. A key idea is reincarnation, takhamis, which holds that the soul is eternal and reborn as another Druze person after death. This continues until the soul reunites with the cosmic mind. The Druze honor many prophets from Abrahamic religions, such as Jethro, Shu letter 2bf a YB, Moses, Jesus, and Mohammed, seeing them as different forms of the same divine truth. Over time, they have developed a unique ethnic identity. They speak Arabic and share a culture, but their roots are often traced to Arab tribes who settled in the Levant before and during the early Islamic period. To really understand the Druze, you need to share a meal with them. Their food reflects their history, shaped by the land, hospitality, and quiet pride. Mountain cooking uses simple, high-quality ingredients like bulgur wheat, olives, lamb, goat yogurt, and a careful mix of spices. Each dish passed down through generations tells the story of the community. Mansoufi is a great example of Druze cooking. Its name comes from the Arabic word tansif, meaning sifting, and refers to the careful preparation of bulgur wheat. The dish is made of small, coin-sized bulgur gnocchi, rolled by hand and simmered until soft. Mansoufi is a simple dish, thought to have started in Lebanon when meat was hard to find. Its simplicity shows the resourcefulness and warmth of the Druze people. Served with sautéed onions and a tangy goat yogurt sauce, topped with sumac and dried mint, mansoufi is more than just food. It is comfort and care on a plate. Druze cooks often talk about measuring with the eyes, which is central to their way of cooking. Recipes are not written with exact amounts. Instead, they are learned by watching and practicing. Hikam Araid, a Druze woman from Daliat al-Carmel in Israel, follows this tradition. Her life has been full of challenges and achievements. She married young, divorced at 27 with 4 children, and built a new life, eventually becoming a well-known cooking teacher. In her classes, she teaches dishes like vegan kebab made with mashed potatoes and bulgur, and mansaf, tender lamb shoulder on spiced rice, topped with fried nuts. Mansaf is also a famous Jordanian dish, but the Druze have their own version. It is a celebratory meal, usually shared by 15 to 20 people, reflecting the strong sense of community among the Druze. Cultural blending can also be seen in dishes like warak, inab, or stuffed grape leaves. In the Druze recipe, the sour taste comes from fresh tomatoes grated into the rice filling, which adds a special sweetness and depth of flavor. Today in Israel, Druze food helps connect different communities. Restaurants like Nura's Kitchen in Daliat al-Carmel are known for their kosher Druze dishes. Chef Nura Husseini made her restaurant kosher, so her sons, including one who is a brigadier general in the Israeli army, and their fellow soldiers could eat there. The buffet, made fresh every day by Druze women, includes homemade hummus, tightly rolled grape leaves, and the ever-popular mansaf. This shows how the Druze community stays true to its traditions, while also being part of the wider society. From the mysteries of Caliph al-Hakim to the simple taste of bulgur gnocchi, the Druze story is one of lasting tradition. For 1,000 years, they have faced changing politics in the Middle East, keeping their faith private and their identity strong through community. They have fought in crusades, resisted empires, and now serve in their country's armies. Their history is found in stories of leaders and warriors, but their culture survives in the everyday act of cooking for family and friends. With spices measured by eye and grape leaves rolled by hand, the Druze people keep their traditions alive and share them, one meal at a time. In this episode, I like to share the taste of the mountain with a recipe for Druze emnazel. Emnazel is a dish that feels like home in Druze villages across the mountains of northern Israel and southern Lebanon. This meal is cooked slowly, with family coming and going from the kitchen, stories being shared over sweet tea, and the afternoon sun shining on the floors. Emnazel is an eggplant and chickpea stew, but it is more than that. The recipe has been handed down through generations of Druze cooks, always taught with the advice to measure with your eyes, instead of using exact amounts. Each family has its own version and special touches. At its core, emnazel is about turning simple ingredients into a comforting, nourishing meal with patience and care. For the full description of the recipe, including ingredients and procedure, please visit our web link in the show notes. Ultimately, thanks for listening and the privilege of your time. In conclusion, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for joining us on today's journey through flavor and discovery. You'll find all the relevant links in the show notes, including details on our cooking classes, the full notes and recipes from this episode, and our calendar for culinary tourism tour. Be sure to subscribe to our free newsletter to stay connected and informed. Remember to taste thoughtfully, cook with passion, and continue exploring the boundless world of food. Subscribe for more, share with a fellow food enthusiast, and we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep your eyes on the fire and stay curious. The content for this episode is written by Chef Walter and produced by Simval Media, USA.